I'm gonna let some people gather in the live. I know that's kind of late. Not expecting too many people on here. If you're in here, tap in. Comment below. Let me know where you're at. Hope everyone's doing well. Just checking in with you guys. Going to give you a little update on the past 2 weeks. We got 9 people in here right now. Let's let a few more people get in. What's going on, Crypto Don? How you doing? Memoirs of a Legend. You're in North Carolina. What's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, I haven't done many lives, but I figured I'd tap in with you guys. I didn't really post a video this week, so, you know, a little live action. Hello, Rivas. How you doing? A lot of y'all tapping in. What's up? What's up? About to take a 26-foot box truck on the road this week. Brew Dog. That's what's up, man. Best of luck to you. All right. We got 12 people in here. 19 people just jumped up. Adele, greetings from Pennsylvania. You're not too far from me. I was just in Pennsylvania. Today I'm in New Jersey. I got a hotel room here in Cherry Hill. Wall King, do I have factoring? I don't have factoring. No, sir. I dropped my authority. I'll talk about that later. Just going through my carrier. That's what's up. All right, so we're going to go over the past 2 weeks, starting from August 21st for me. August 21st was, I believe, a Monday, and we didn't have anything that day. We didn't start our week off with anything. We were in Orlando, so Tuesday we got something. Picking up in Titusville, Florida, going 893 miles to St. Louis, Missouri. That was a gross of 875 with all the expenses and everything. I made 577. So that was Tuesday, delivered Wednesday, 577. Wednesday, we got something going from Highland, Illinois, which was 401 miles to Milwaukee. 401 miles, paid $500, so it was a pretty good rate. Decent. After all expenses, we had $330 for that day. That was our second day of the week. We dropped that off on Wednesday because it was a short trip. We got another trip that Wednesday from Illinois, just south of the Wisconsin border. That was a 1,210-mile trip that we picked up Wednesday. So we had 2 loads. We had one we picked up early Wednesday, and then in the afternoon and the evening time we picked up in Illinois going to Austin, Texas. That job was 1,210 miles and paid $1,450. I'm sorry if I'm not looking at the camera that much. Just reading these off. So that job paid $1,450 for 1,200 miles, and my net after all my expenses was $1,000. So that's 3 trips for that week so far. We had one more that was picking up in Austin, Texas. So we had no deadhead going to Del Rio, Texas. And that's where we ended our week. That was a Sunday trip. So I waited 2 days for that in Austin, Texas. And then we got the short trip to Del Rio, which was 260 miles. And that job paid $500 for 260 miles. And then the net on that was $380. So when we total that up, that brings our gross after our gas and dispatch fee of 14%, our gross for that week to $2,296. After I minus off my insurance and my van payment for that week, takes me down to $1,776. So that was 1 week, Monday to Sunday. We had 4 loads, and we net $1,776.50. So after we say that, I'm going to go to our chat over here, see if anyone has any questions. walking. How do I book loads then? I go through my carrier that I got into the business with. I ended up lowering my insurance from $1,850 a month to down to $950 a month by signing under my carrier's insurance. I dropped my my authority because it wasn't worth it for me to try to book loads. I'll go into that more detail in another video I'm going to be doing right now that I'm working on. So yeah, I book loads through my carrier. It's a small company. I'm not going to give you their name because I've already done that, and they get inundated with calls and emails, and we're at capacity. We only have one dispatcher. So when it's all said and done, we have like 5 vans under that authority. So I can't add anybody else. If you want to know how to get to a carrier, more than likely you're going to have to call and email a bunch of different carriers and sign up under a few to see which one you mesh better with. You know, every carrier is different. Some have multiple dispatchers. Some assign you a certain dispatcher. So it's just different experiences for everybody. Let's see. All right, so we did the first week, which we net $1,776. It's a pretty good week. Not bad. Not amazing, you know. I think the most that I've net, I want to say, was $4,200 on a super amazing week. That was my net. I think my gross was like close to $6,000. The next week following that week of $1,766 was not a good week. It was 2 loads starting on Tuesday. So we had to wait a day. We wait out on Monday. We were bidding out of Del Rio, Texas. Loads were going for as low as 60 cents. People were bidding super duper low. I don't go that low, so I wasn't moving. Lowest we went down to 75 cents just to move a few miles, just to get to like a better area. Still nothing. But the next day, on Tuesday, this is why you got to hold to your guns, guys, because on Tuesday, sure, I had to wait a little bit. For some people, it would have been worth it taking that low rate, but for me, it's not worth it. So on Tuesday, we got a load. It was 680 miles, paying $600. So it wasn't quite $1 a mile, but it wasn't 60 cents a mile. So that's for sure. It was good. So after paying $600, I net 386 after expenses, after my dispatch fee and my gas. And then on Wednesday, after we dropped off that short load, we got one from Independence, because that one was going from Eagle Pass, Texas to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And then I picked up in Independence, Kansas, and went to Allentown, Pennsylvania to finish the week. That job paid $1,150 for 1,230 miles. Not the greatest, not the worst. After it was all said and done, I made after it was all said and done, I made $737 with that one. So paid $1,150, then I made $737. So $737 and $386 made $1,123 for that week. And then after my insurance and my van payment, it came out to $520. I mean $603. So my van payment and insurance for that week was $520. So I net $603. Sorry about the whole, I'm live right now and I didn't really plan on doing this. I kind of wanted to start something new, kind of like a weekly review with you guys. This is 2 weeks. 1 week I did $1,776 net, and the next week I did $603 net. Wasn't a good week. It was a holiday weekend this weekend, so not the greatest. But let's see if I got any more comments. Yeah, I dropped my authority. I'm very happy with doing that. I'll explain my reasoning for doing that in another video. It seems booking your own load is better than sit and wait for dispatch sending me loads. That's dependent on your dispatcher, man. It's dependent on your situation. For me, my dispatcher usually has me something lined up either before I get to my drop off or after I drop off, she's pretty good with getting me something pretty like right away or the next day. So I don't really sit around much. I don't do much sitting. So for me, it didn't make sense, to try to sit and book loads on my downtime when I'm doing 60 to 80 hours of driving. Why am I going to sit there and try to book loads when I could be on a hike with Bubba, going to the gym, napping, taking, rest? That's really important. Or working on YouTube videos and content for you guys. I'd rather be doing that. That's worth me paying my 14% than, trying to sit there and build relationships with brokers on Selectus. Because that's the thing, guys. When I first started with this carrier, I did 160,000 miles my first year for this company. So they built a lot of relationships with the brokers over that time. The consistency, I was driving every day. You know what I mean? So they built the relationships that I don't have the time to build myself under my own authority. So for me, it didn't make sense. For you, it might make sense. It might work better for you to have, to book your own loads. I don't know. Everyone's different in this business. You guys got to understand that. It's not the same for everybody. Everyone has a very different experience. Free life on wheels. You make so little. That's all dependent on what you feel is little. I'm a business owner. So yeah, I had a week of $603. This is a really slow month for me, but usually I'm netting around $9,000 in a month. So if I do 12,000 miles, that's usually what I net, around $9,000, $8,000. So if that's little to you, then cool. Lyle, hope your Labor Day was good. Bubba Joe, yeah, he's chilling on the bed over there, sleeping. Y'all can see him right there. Anthony says, I do local and do East Coast runs. That's what's up, man. It's nice to have your own little niche, you know what I mean? I'm trying to do local. I'd love to do local, go back home and do all that, but I'm kind of enjoying the road, documenting everything for you guys and sharing it. Anthony says, Selectus is $500 a month. I got rid of it. I got rid of it too. Good move to work with your people that got you started. Cutting your expenses is great. Yeah, that's the main thing. I was just talking to an expediter earlier this week or last week, Ricardo, and he's paying $2,500 a month for insurance. And like me cutting my insurance from $1,900 a month to $950, I pretty much gave myself an $800 raise a month, or $800 I don't have to worry about accounting for every month. So I can take a little bit more time, take a break if I need to or whatever. It's a lot better lifestyle for me. So your overhead is a huge thing, guys, that, a lot of people want to jump in this business and just take on the expense like, oh, I can gross this much every month. Well, yeah, but you got expenses, bro. And if your expenses are over $4,000, if you're doing stuff like that, like, forget it, bro. I've been following you since I bought my van in November. That's what's up, Anthony. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate all you guys. I really, really do. And in fact, I started a merch section because a lot of you guys donate to the channel, and I feel bad that I don't give you guys anything in return, but I do give you information, I guess, and stuff like that, content. But if you guys want to help the channel, you can go to roaddogjoe.com. You get this shirt. I have 2 other shirts. They're in the van right now, but they're the adventure, the Road Dog Adventure shirts. I got 2 styles in that. Then I got the Expediting America dad hats. So you guys can check that out at roaddogjoe.com if you want to help support the channel. As you can see, I had a slow week last week, like you said, and I'm not making crazy money. I'm not getting rich out here, but I have my own business. I'm my own boss. I'm traveling the USA. I got my dog with me. For me, it makes sense. I don't have kids. I'm not married, you know what I mean? So for me, it does make sense. For you guys, I don't know. But I enjoy sharing the journey with you. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. It's not going to be a long episode. I got an episode dropping tomorrow, which is a trip that I did from Salt Lake City to San Diego. Pretty good trip, hauling some stained glass for a company. Scott, you got a TV in the van? No, I don't have a TV in the van. Thinking about getting a projector in there and doing like a screen against the wall, but as of right now, no, not yet. You guys got any other questions while I'm here chilling? I ended up getting a hotel room today just because I got tired. It's got really hot in New Jersey. Past few nights was actually pretty nice, but it really hasn't cooled down until later. So I figured I'd get a hotel room. I don't do it often, just to keep my expenses low. But now that I save myself about $800 a month, I have a little bit of a budget for a hotel. So it makes it nice. Anthony says he's from New Jersey, from Somerset. That's what's up. I'm in Cherry Hill right now, just near Philly. It's been a pretty good time. Cool little town here. I like the feel here. It's pretty dope. Heat wave in the Midwest and the East. Yeah, definitely, Paul. Hope you're doing well, Paul. You always chime in and leave interesting information on my comment section. So thank you. Everything Apex. What's up, Alan? You still out east? Yeah, man, still out east. Got here, dropped off Friday. So yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Slow weekend. You know how it is. Hope everyone had a good holiday, though. Got to enjoy themselves. I almost went out to Atlantic City, but then it was just crazy out there. I was like, forget that. Came back over here, hung out. Free life on wheels. I have a TV. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm going to get a TV. Not a TV, but a projector. I'm going to get a fridge in there. I'm going to redo the back of the van, do a few things coming up here soon. Scott, do I have a load for tomorrow? No load for tomorrow, not yet. Dominican Prince, is now a good time to jump in the business? Everyone's question they want to know. Do you think rates will get better in the near future? Is now a good time? That's up to you. You know what I mean? If you find a way to get cheap insurance and get a cheap rate for a van with interest, if it makes sense for you, now's a good time. If it doesn't make sense for you, if you do the numbers, the thing is, people don't want to do the numbers. They don't want to put in the work. They just want to ask me what my experience is or ask other people what their experience is. But when you call that insurance company, they're going to give you a different rate than the next guy, So is it a good time? It's just dependent on your expenses and your overhead, and your bills back home and your lifestyle back home. You got to put in a lot of time out here on the road if you want to do OTR and make good money. So every week's not the same. Obviously, I just showed you guys 2 weeks that were completely different. An average week of 1776 netting. My net profit for that week was 1776. That's pretty average. But then the next week was $603 net profit. So that's below average. We'll see how this week goes. You just never know. And then some people will take this week off, take another week off. Like, I ain't got time for that. Wall King says, I found out my carrier dispatch, they send me loads that cost more for less. Sorry to hear that, man. It happens. This business, most people try out many carriers, many dispatchers until they find the people they mesh best with. You know what I mean? I was very blessed to start the business with people that were starting their business and their carrier at the same time. And I just helped them grow their business. So it just made sense for me to just keep rolling with them, Dominican Prince says, North Carolina insurance is cheap. I got quoted $649 a month. That's good. That's dope. If you get a good van payment, then I would jump in, but I would also wait to find a good carrier to rock with. You know what I mean? That's another key component that if you have good insurance, good low overhead, and it makes sense, now you got to worry about booking loads on a consistent basis. You know what I mean? And that's something I can't tell you is going to happen for you. It's something you got to find out for yourself. More than likely, you're going to get in this business, you're going to get rolling and not get rolling, if that makes any sense. You're going to do a lot of sitting because they're going to find out if you're dependable or not. You got to prove yourself in a sense. So is it a good time? I don't know. What's your viewpoint on electric vehicles? They have too short a range. It's not even worth talking about. Not worth talking about. The infrastructure is not there. It's not there. But let's see. What effect do you think it would have on rates? Gas does not affect rates, guys. If gas goes down, do you want rates to go down? No. If gas goes up, Do rates go up? No, sorry. It's just not how it is. It's business. So it's our cost. We got to figure that out. You know what I mean? If it doesn't make sense for you, if your overhead's too high, it's not going to work. Good questions, by the way, guys. Keep bringing them. I'll keep answering. Go to roaddogjoe.com. Help support the channel. A lot of people got with PPP loan mess. A lot of them got out, so we should get more money. I don't understand what that means, Anthony. Sorry. Paul says best way to start is work for someone else. You got that right, Paul. Best way to learn is on someone else's dime. Try to find a fleet owner or a carrier that'll put you in a van. Very hard to do because a lot of carriers and fleet owners have a long list of people waiting. So, but that is the best way to start. That's the way I started. So good point, Paul. Best way to start is working for somebody else. Learn the ins and outs of the business. Build a nest egg much as you can. That's the thing. That's the only thing that I can say that's not going to happen as a driver. You're not going to save a lot of money. It's going to be better for you to learn the business that way, but it's not an opportunity to become rich or wealthy or save up money, really. Working for a fleet owner, you do like a 60-40 split. You get 60%, they get 40% on average, and you pay gas and tolls. So after it's all said and done, you're not making that much. I was blessed to have a subscriber hit me up with a great opportunity to take over his van payment. If that had not have happened, I probably would not be an owner-operator right now. Just honesty with you guys. So don't think you're going to jump in as a driver for someone and you're going to make a living, like a good living. It's just not going to happen. Not right now, not with the way things are. Scott, is 14% higher average? I'm guessing you're talking about the dispatch fee, and I would say it's about average, anywhere between 10 to 14%. Some people pay 20%. I think that's too high. How much does it cost to fashion your van for expediting? A couple $1,000. If you just want to get started, maybe you could do it for $1,500. Get an E-track, get some straps, stuff like that. Just to get started, to get rolling so you're safe. Let's see. Keep grinding for better days ahead. Thank you, Shane. Appreciate it. Axel, live false rates actually go down and up with fuel. Okay, I'm sorry, Axel. I just haven't noticed that when gas went up and then gas went down, our rates didn't change. So for me, my opinion, that's just how I feel. But that's how you feel, Axel. Great info. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I gave you my 2 weeks, last 2 weeks. Week one, $1,776 net. And then week two, $603 net, just to give you guys the truth. So I got a video dropping tomorrow. Like I said, check that out. Please support. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully I get a load tomorrow. We get rolling. Other than that, check out roaddogjoe.com. This is my first time doing a live in a while. This is my first time doing the breakdown, which I'm going to try to do every week for you guys, if not every other week. If you like this, please let me know in the comments below. Other than that, that's my day. I'm going to call it night. It is Monday, and tomorrow, hopefully, we get moving. You know? Bubba Joe. Bubba. Man, he is out. He is tired. We had a long day. Bubba Joe. Hey. You know, these people want to say hi. Yeah, he's tired. It's hard being a star. You know what I mean? He's the star of the show. Yeah. Y'all take it easy. Peace.